Listen, this has been a consistent topic in the video game industry for a while, especially now in this day and age where digital media can be downloaded alongside physical media. But which one would you prefer if you had to choose one? I don't know. Video games are the most popular form of media out there, and it's pretty clear why. There's nothing truly like booting up your Wii and playing Wii Sports with your family and friends. Now, if you're lonely, you could still enjoy video games, I think. But what's also really cool is seeing people build an entire collection of their favorite games all sitting on a shelf, nicely organized, having all the games that they've wanted since they were kids. It's really cool, and the idea of collecting video games has always been a fun and enjoyable hobby in the industry as well. However, if you do have physical games and there's a specific game you want to play, whether by yourself or with friends, it could be a bit of a pain to take the cartridge or CD out of your system, put it back in your case, go to the shelf, find the game, take it out of its case, put it in the system, and booting it up. Compare this to the simplicity of digital games, where you just need to boot up your system, do a quick scroll through the menu, find the game, and boot it up. It really doesn't get much easier than that with digital games. And it brings up an interesting topic that I said at the start. Which one would you prefer? Digital or physical games? I definitely think digital is more convenient and makes it easier to play your favorite games as there's less steps involved than physical games. But a lot of the satisfaction of having an extensive wall of your favorite games right in front of your eyes just isn't there. It's still cool to have all these games, even digitally, but it's not as magical or as cool as having a massive wall of physical games rather than having a digital wall of digital games. Listen, I need to prove to my audience that I'm the only person in the world who owns Professor Rubik's brain training on the Switch, and the digital version just isn't going to cut it. Some people may also feel this way towards other media, like movies and stuff. However, while I definitely understand that some people may feel this way towards movies, books, or music, I mean, you do you at the end of the day. I personally feel like it's most important to have physical versions of video games than movies. Movies, you can just watch them through streaming services that have them, or listen to music through Spotify or whatever. And while you can play a lot of games through services like Switch Online, Xbox Game Pass, and PlayStation Now, I still think video games are the media that should be preserved because you never know. There are games that will never get re-released again, and if they are, they still hold a lot of sentimental value in them. Over time, a lot of them will increase in value, and for people who want to pick that up, they have to pay an outrageous price, and nobody wants that. Except for games like Wii Play that you can find at your local retro game store for $5 or less. I have no shame and I'm not afraid to hide it. And plus, if you have any games downloaded, then it wouldn't even be possible to sell them. Say you have a copy of Nintendo Land preloaded on your Wii U. You bought the game a few years ago and you've had your fun with it. However, over time, you slowly have no motivation to want to play it again. So your next priority is to sell it off and make back that $60 you spent. I know the game isn't $60 anymore, just look at eBay for proof. But talking from the perspective of being in the Wii U era where this game was $60, you can't. And why? Because this game is digitally stored on your hard drive. So now you only have two options: delete the game and not get your investment back from the game, or sell off your entire Wii U system against your own will. I'm not trying to make digital gaming seem like a bad thing or anything, because again, it's more convenient and makes it way easier to play your favorite games with less steps involved than physical. And digital gaming does have another benefit. It can lead to people playing games that they couldn't play otherwise. I mean, hell, all my Game Boy games are digitally stored on my 2DS, and without it, I wouldn't have been able to play the Mario Land games, Kirby's Dream Land 1 and 2, or even the Game Boy version of Donkey Kong, one of the very best games of all time. And for those who got angry at that comment, then just remember, who's not sorry, buddy? But it seems like the more we progress in the future, digital gaming feels like it's becoming bigger than ever. Especially in this day and age where some gaming systems like the PS5 has a digital edition available and the Xbox Series S basically being just a digital only system. And not to mention the numerous subscription services that offers games for subscribers like Nintendo Switch Online. And it just seems as if digital gaming will become the standard in the distant future, and while I still believe physical gaming will live on in some form, it'd still be nice to have physical gaming be as essential as digital gaming. Especially since physical gaming is the only way to play certain games like Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, since it seems Nintendo has no interest in re-releasing games like those these days. And all of that combined with the other benefits of physical games and also the flaws with digital games simply just adds up to me enjoying physical gaming a whole lot more. I don't hate digital gaming, far from it. This is the millionth time I'm going to say this. But I do think digital gaming is more convenient because, yes, less steps are involved and it's more convenient to have everything all in one place and everything all on separate platforms and you having to set it up if it's not already plugged in. But even if digital gaming is slowly growing and physical gaming is slowly fading away at some capacity, I still love physical gaming, as nothing beats having all these games on your shelf organized how you like and giving you something to feel accomplished by. But even if it doesn't exist in the distant future, it will never go forgotten and it will always live on in our memories. Wow, have I always been this emotional? If so, then that gives me another idea for something else to discuss. Emotional Omar Man or funny Omar Man? I'll leave that up to you guys. Go ahead, decide. Oh. Well, on that completely surprising note, I guess I'm gonna have to find more emotional stuff to talk about for future discussions. Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. And that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed the video, then please consider subscribing and checking out my other videos on my channel where you'll find more videos like this one. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.